in the podcast. I'm excited.
Yes, me too. What is this vision thing about? And why should like a regular person care about vision?
Okay.
What
Like
keeps you waking up every day convincingly?
Mm.
But there's that thing that keeps you awake every day with some level of conviction that you just know you can't be where you are. Sometimes when we feel a pain, we think that pain is, oh God, I need to pray and fast for this pain to go. When you feel pain, it's a spiritual nerve showing you that there's something embedded in you that is the solution to that problem.
Welcome, Coach Just. I'm so happy to have you here on the BV podcast. It's such an honor. It's such a privilege to just really have you here. And how are you feeling? How are you doing today? I hope you had a great day today. How was your
Thank
day?
you so much. Yes, Ugonne, I did have a good day, a great day actually. And thank you so much for having me on your podcast. I'm excited.
Yes, me too. Okay, so before we get started, I'm just going to ask you to just tell us a little bit about yourself in your own words. Like, tell us something about you. Like, if someone is just meeting you for the first time, what would you want them to know about you? If you.
Okay, I think the latest and easiest is I'm a woman on a mission to rebuild the walls of Africa. Nehemiah did his bit in his time.
Yes.
It's time for me to join hands in front pioneering those who are going to actually rebuild the walls, basically. And when I say rebuild the walls, I'm talking about different aspects: businesses, the people, governance, infrastructure, all the things that make a society whole. You know, I live for it. And of course, it's almost going to say, so how are you going to do that? Well, it's a marathon. It's going to take me years. I'm willing to commit that number of years as long as God keeps me. And even if it means I have to, execute one after the other, so be it. But as long as I'm sold out to the vision, every other thing falls in as we go on.
Wow, that's a huge vision. Like, I can't even imagine. And it just ties perfectly to what I want to ask, because the name of this podcast is the BV podcast, Birthing Visions podcast. And the idea is to just really showcase and show people, especially of African descent, like people that are doing what exactly, because to me, honestly, you literally embody what I'm trying to say. And I feel like I want to ask, because I'm sure there is someone here or someone that will probably listen to this and they don't really get it. Like, what is this vision thing about? And why should like a regular person care about vision? Like, what is vision and why should I care about it?
I like that. I know there are several dictionary definitions of what a vision is and what it's not. I'm just going to put it in simple terms, right?
Okay.
What keeps you waking up every day convincingly? Waking up every day with conviction. So people can wake up every day, well, I have to go to work. You know that I have to go to work. I have to go to work. I have to do that. That's great for livelihood. But there's that thing that keeps you awake every day with some level of conviction that you just know you can't be where you are because of that thing that you have said. It's basically you catching a vision of something, catching a picture of something that is possible tangibly. So it's no longer, I heard this can be done. It's you have caught it. It can be done tangibly. You become what it is you have caught. So I'll try to give examples using Bible examples. People like Nehemiah. Nehemiah at the time had not visited Jerusalem. So he didn't literally see the pictures of the walls of the temple broken or the walls of Jerusalem broken. He didn't see it.
Really?
His brother traveled. His brother came back and he said, how are things back at home? And his brother then told him things are bad. Jerusalem has still not been built. Our people are still wandering here and there. And that singular information threw him into, oh my God, so my hometown is like this, and I'm here serving the king and enjoying being a cupbearer and answering number 2 or number 3 man, so to speak. So he literally felt a pain. And this is it. I'm sharing this example because sometimes when we feel a pain, we think that pain is, oh God, I need to pray and fast for this pain to go. When you feel pain, it's a spiritual nerve showing you that there's something embedded in you that is the solution to that problem.
Oh God.
It's a spiritual nerve. God puts uncomfortableness about a particular situation in you, which we call a burden, to awaken you that, see, there's something about this thing inside you.
Yes.
That you can. And so what we try to do is pray and fast and do all kinds of things for those pain, that burden to go away. Realizing that is actually a wake-up call to, can I tap into this thing and bring it out?
Hey.
And you see, Ugonne, how I knew that this is so real is ever before I caught the African vision, I have always felt very angry about people who wanted to relocate.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. It has been here for, and no, this is not me saying if you're relocating, there's anything wrong. No. Don't take it out of context. I'm just trying to use me as an example.
Yes.
From inception, I've always been upset. Like, why would you run away? If you run away, who would do this in Nigeria? It has been there for as long as I can touch. I didn't know it was vision. I didn't know there was something inside of me that had to do something for Africa. I was just going about my job, my businesses, my marriage, and not being awake to the fact that the reason why you're feeling like this is because God has put something inside of you that is a solution to fixing
that thing. Oh, wow.
So the simple answer to your question is, every time you really feel a pain, a burden, a concern about a problem in the society, in your community, in an area, in a business, in a corporate setting, something inside you crying to come out as the solution to that problem. Your job is to embrace it and say, God, I want to know this thing. What is this thing? What are you trying to say? And the scripture says, call on me and I'll show you great and mighty things which you do not know. So once you begin to pray those scriptures, what will begin to happen is God will begin to open unto you. Do you know why I've put you in this pen? I've put you here for X. You follow me, I'll unveil gradually, So that's basically, in very simple, tangible terms, what it means to catch a vision. Everybody is a visionary.
Are you serious?
Everybody. Except, of course, you are that person who is very nothing concerned me. If everything like lets it fall down on top of me, I'll just go and do my own and come back. If you are that kind of person, well, perhaps maybe this is not for you. But I dare say that even during the lockdown period, during the NSAS period, virtually everybody,
exactly.
There was a nerve touched. That period, my husband cried when they shot some people, and I'm like, yo, you cry. Everybody, something was touched in us, meaning we have all been thinking it is their job. Meanwhile, God has equipped all of us with different aspects of the vision to rebuild Nigeria and, of course, the continent at large. So what we find is that people do all kinds of things to get out of the, so-called beclouded anger. Maybe drink with their friends, hang out, just to please themselves. That's robbing. You're robbing the world of the solution inside of you. You don't pray it or wish it away. You press it out until it becomes tangible and starts doing what it needs to do in the world.
Wow. I can honestly understand what you're saying, because I remember, like, before I came to China, I was volunteering at a school to teach at a school. I didn't even know I was going to teach in China. Honestly, I didn't know that I was going to be a teacher in China. And I hated, oh God, there were so many things that I did not like about like the whole thing I was seeing, teachers' behavior everywhere. And my mom is a teacher. So it was until I came here and then I started like even a little, I'm not even very clear on it yet, but I get what you mean about that pain inside of you, that thing you get angry about. And see, like today I'm teaching, and then it's getting clearer and clearer as I'm going by the day. And gosh, so that means everyone needs to look within themselves and be able to. Can you share, like, maybe from your own journey, like how were you able to? Because I remember hearing you like in different places, and even during your coaching, because I've been in some of your programs, like how were you able to get out from that, just your regular life of just being there, and then catching such a huge vision for Africa? How did that happen? How did that happen to you?
My story may not be everybody else's story.
Okay.
There's a clue. Every time something happens, there's a clue that people can pick and, can run with, so to speak.
Okay.
While I talk about my story, I will also talk about what the average person can do wherever they find themselves today.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm a Christian, and there are people who are not necessarily of our religion, also visionaries.
Okay.
One of the things we must recognize is that God gives these things, He shares it across board to all of us, His children. And whether you are of Christian religion or not, you're God's creation.
Yes.
God, the salvation is open for everybody to take advantage of. Now, why anybody who has embraced God is now a different breed of visionary, is now you have a different kind of support system that pulls you through execution and really delivering mandates. As opposed the other end of people who may have caught a compelling vision, but along the way, ambition, self, all of those things get into it, and the vision is flawed. So you see, everybody, irrespective of their religion, can catch a vision. But what is different with a visionary who is a believer, so to speak, or who allows the Spirit of God to work with them is you now have that advantage of a support system that ensures that you get to the destination of what it is you were given to do. So that things don't dilute it as you go. Because every time you catch a vision, there's an equal there's an equal antagonist that comes from the other side, so to speak, from the enemy, to come and try and counter what you have got. Do you see that? Every time a visionary is born, especially that one that has caught something and the person is burning with it, what happens? Hell releases their own agenda to distract that person. Why? God's greatest project is humankind, and that's why He says this good news must be preached in all the way, and before the end will come. Humankind is His greatest project. Anyone who has been called to go redeem humankind, so to speak, in whatever sphere of influence, there's going to be an equal agenda from hell to stop you. So that's why it's imperative that if you're a visionary who will last, you need a greater power. A greater power that supersedes the God of this world. And that's why, as a believer, that is a visionary, for lack of a better word, you stand larger chances of getting to the destination and finishing truly in line with what God wants to do. Because there's a difference between I catch a vision and I turn, my ambition enters, I do it. Not necessarily what God wants to do. We see a lot of that across the world. But I'm not going to expatiate on that. I just want to focus on. I just wanted to give that divide before I go into my story. In my